Hello, welcome back to the Midlands Outdoors channel, back with another video today. Wow, the cycle to get down to this place, I'm absolutely knackered. You can sort of see this very old bridge going right away above. This is actually called the Stourport Branch, which is actually a walkway from Torton all the way to Stourport. I've done this one a few nights ago and I'll tell you what, it's really amazing to see the very old bridges and several features what you see down the line. But let's go and take you on a tour down here and go and show you the several bits and pieces that remains from the old railway. What is now referred to as the Stourport Branch was the original route from the Severn Valley Railway dating from 1862, connecting Bewdley and stations to the north with the OW&W main line at Hartlebury to the south. The Kidderminster Loop line connecting Kidderminster to Bewdley, which is now used by the present-day SVR, opened in 1878. The area between the two lines is commonly referred to as Stourport Triangle or Bewdley Triangle. So basically this is the start of our journey from where we come from, was right away up there. But what I love about this bridge is how old it really is. You can sort of see in the old days when the trains actually passed through here, how dark the brick is right away above. And you can sort of see it's actually made using sandstone from the corners. But then if we come from this angle, look at the views right away up there. It's absolutely awesome to see this. You can imagine though in the old days, the train passing all the way from that bottom part, then all the way through to Stourport. But let's go and journey on. We've got some really cool things down here to show you. And we've got several bits and pieces before we end in Stourport. Well, here we are. This is actually the next bridge. Wow, this one really does date old. You can sort of see there the old brick which is crumbling apart, got a massive crack onto the corner. Then right away underneath, it's actually sort of similar to the last one. You see all the sandstone there, then the brick right away above. And then we've got these big chunks of sandstone. Look at the size of these, probably from the bridge, somewhere around the corner maybe, where it's all fell off. Can just see from this corner, the other side of it, I think right away above is actually a footpath that loops all the way around. I believe one of these is actually a country road what goes all the way across. I'm not too sure which one it is. But later on we will go all the way to the bottom and go and show you where it cuts off. But the railway does carry on. There is actually a building over there called the Grey House, which I've seen quite a lot on YouTube of. It's really amazing to see this angle of it right away there. I think there is actually another bridge, so if we journey on, we do come to like a little valley section and a very tall bridge with a road going all the way across there. Some really amazing features over here. Let's go and see what else we can find on the old Stourport line. From Hartlebury station, 131 miles, 68 chains, the Severn Valley Branch began around 600 yards to the north at Hartlebury Junction. From there, the line curved towards the west of Stourport. After around 840 yards, the line passed over the main Kidderminster to Worcester Road, now the A449. So this one's actually definitely an interesting route because you see different bits and pieces as you head all the way down. I mean, many people might say, is there any old remains where the railway went all the way across? And there actually is, but it's all the way down from where we come from, a little bit more further on. So I'll show you all those bits towards the end of the video. There is little bits and pieces in front, like old signs, as we head towards Stourport. The views here, well, this is what I've come for today. It's a really nice cycle doing the Stourport Branch because you see all the countryside. You see how all the nature's taken back on the side of the banks. Really beautiful place, and if you've never been here, then definitely come and check it out. I only found out about this a couple of nights ago, coming for a short walk. Then we found this path and then found this. So it's really lucky that I've actually found it so I can actually do a video on it. The views right away in front, wow, wait until you see this. We've got a big massive road right away above and an old bridge. And there's quite a bit of information down here that I can tell you about. Wait until I show you this. So here we are, right away above is actually called Wilden Top Road. And you can sort of see how old it really is and how tall it stands. It's really stunning how all the nature's taken back onto it. You can see all the old sandstone walls. But as I get right away underneath, it's really amazing to see this. So right, here it is. It's really amazing to see how tall up it is altogether. Hello? It's sort of got that echo to it when you speak. That's because all the sound is going round in a loop. I mean, by me, there's something similar to this on the Dudley Canal. What a view that is, seeing that. And then you've got all the old sandstone walls supporting the very top of the bridge, just right out there. I'll tell you what though, it's really nice to see this. I'm going to say this is my favourite part of the Stourport branch, seeing this valley as you head down towards Stourport. It's completely surrounded with nature. I think there is actually a common right away over there. I can sort of see a buzzard in the sky. I've just seen a load of birds just passing by treetops over there. What a view. Shame I haven't got my zoom camera with me today because I've got some really stunning views of the wildlife. So right, on my last visit I did find something awesome. Don't hold my breath to it because I could be wrong. I believe on the information somewhere down to here used to be sandstone quarries. I did see something on the right which might give an indication of an old industrialised past. So if I carefully have a walk up there, I'll go and show you a few bits and pieces. Right, I'm going to make this super quick. But drop it in the comments if you really think this is something industrialised. I did see some very old poles sticking up and then several bits and pieces. This is the closest I can take you to it. I did notice right away up there is a bit of metal with some rope that's hanging right away below. Just over onto this corner, if I quickly sprint this, it looks like the section here has actually been dug. It's all been filled in. May have been a sandstone quarry, I could be wrong, but it really does give an indication of it. Can you sort of see where it's been cut there? If I go and show you these side bits, you can just sort of see it's also been cut onto this corner. Carefully show you and zoom in. This is the only evidence I can give you what might give an indication of the old past. Really cool showing you that. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I think I could be right. But my favourite part is the cutting going that way. I will show you more bits and pieces as we head out of here. Well, let's go and show you the bit where there's actually a viaduct and you can see right away down. So right, here's a Google map view. We can sort of see the River Stour goes right away underneath. The views here, check out that. You can just see right away in front. We've got factories over there. We've got some houses onto the corner and some stunning scenery. You can sort of see how tall this viaduct really is, because if I show you the River Stour a bit more closer, you can sort of get more detail of it. Wow, check out the views of this. This is what I really wanted to come and show you today. It's really stunning to see this. We can sort of see Stourport lies right away over there where the River Severn cuts all the way across. So the River Stour actually meets into the Severn. It hasn't really got a journey long here. You can imagine though the train leading all the way this way. I can really picture it in my head what it would look like. And then the path to where we just leaded from, right away there. Let's get you some more views here. Wow. That's awesome to see the Stour though. And you can sort of see where the viaduct ends, just onto that angle. But another view showing you the distance with all the factories and all the fields. Really stunning. So right, that angle there is a secondary video. What I'm going to do is take you all the way that way to where the grey house is and show you several bits and pieces. There is evidence of where the old railway actually run by things on the sides. I didn't show you too much along the way, so that's actually what I'm going to do now. There is actually some signs onto this corner where the train actually used to run. There's actually a little one sticking out. Let's go and show you that. So right, here's the first evidence. Here's the sign. You can sort of see here, it says danger, and it would have said something there. I think that might have said level there. You can see 24 and another letter and a number. Not too sure. If you want to drop it in the comments of what this might have said, then drop it in, but it's really dating old. This was here when the train was actually running all the way that way. I think there is more little bits and pieces what I can show you. So let's journey on. Leapgate private sidings were opened on the 28th of August 1939 to serve a depot of Regent Oil Company named Texaco after 1967. The line then entered a cutting at Wilden, a third of a mile long and 60 foot deep. It would have been simpler to build a tunnel of that length and depth, but this would have not created sufficient spoil to build a large embankment required in the Stourport Valley beyond. The cutting was created by the unusual method of driving a tunnel with shafts through the hard sandstone, installing rails, dropping the softer upper material down the shafts into wagons and avoid lifting it, and finally blasting the hard rock beneath it to complete the cutting. The west end of the cutting was the site of a sand quarry and later used to store coal wagons waiting to enter Stourport Power Station. Wilden Top Road passed over the cutting via a brick overbridge of 54 foot span. The sandstone quarry was on the right behind the bridge. So I've really enjoyed reading the history and seeing the several bits and pieces just towards that viaduct. But we're heading all the way to where the railway cuts off towards Torton. And we can sort of see one more time the fantastic views of all the fields and the scenery heading right away there. I tell you what, I could spend hours here just enjoying it. It's really perfect to cycle because it's flat and no effort is really needed at all. The views there, wow, absolutely stunning. So what we're doing now, let's go and journey all the way down the railway part and let's go and see if we can find any more evidence of the old past here, anything sticking out the sides, or even several bits and pieces. Let's go and see. So right, there might not be no railway track, but there's always something to see along these old lines. Just found the first one. This is part of an old fence line. You can sort of see the old metal sticking right away out. It's awesome to see this, how it's still standing for when the railway was possibly used. Wow, you can sort of see that there. That is really rusted so bad. All the old things sticking out. And even this corner, look at that. So there's actually the first evidence, but I mean, is there anything else that way, like sticking out the side of the banks? Let's go and take a look. Right, here's the second evidence. I've actually found this, a pipe sticking where the track was, leading right away up here, then to that corner. Not only that, it actually matches right away here. Might have nothing to do with the railway, I'm not too sure. You can sort of see that it leads up. There's the second evidence. There is actually more down here just by the banks. I am going to say though, I mean, it's sad to see these lines actually close. You can imagine this joining up to the main Severn Valley Railway. Imagine it still being used today. It'd be so popular of people coming back and forth. I've just seen even more bits over there from old fence lines. So I think it might be over here. I did see a few bits and pieces on my last walk. It's somewhere in the edge. I'll see if I can actually find it. If I do, it's really cool to see it. But this is it, the last two parts of evidence for the railway. This is actually one of them. Look at this sticking out the ground. It's been sitting here for so much of a long time. You can sort of see the screw top there. And then finally, they always put this rock on the railway. Here's all that rock just leading that way, where it all vanishes. So it is really an interesting route. I've enjoyed coming down to here, showing you history, cinematics and others. But I'll tell you what, I could spend hours just enjoying the views of the fields, the sounds of wildlife, and then once more, that railway history. I love trains and several bits and pieces. That's why I like coming down to these. I think the next one, what I will do, is the South Staffordshire Railway Walk. That's an amazing one up to Wolverhampton, where you might even see more evidence of where the train actually ran. But the final part now is Torton, where the road cuts through, and you can sort of see where the bridge went all the way across from the old sidewalls. Let's go and check it out. So this is it, the walkway comes to an end now. We've got that very old bridge right away there. It's very loud because of the traffic on the road, it's very busy. From this angle we can sort of see the other side and the bridge work leading that way. Really amazing to see that. But that's actually Torton over there. But it is a shame that it doesn't even carry on. Just imagine what's on the other side. I bet there's bits and pieces of evidence of the old track and then big telegraph poles sticking up. I think I've heard about it. I mean, people have been on the land over there where the grey house is. So right, I'm not too sure whether the land of the other side is actually private, like the other Stourport side. I don't want to risk it because I've got to leave the bike by the side and then go all the way in. And then again, I don't know whether all that land is owned where the grey house is, so I'm going to leave it. But it's been an interesting route, I've really enjoyed today. But that's about it for me, the Midlands Outdoors. I will be back with more train stuff because I really do love it, especially the South Staffordshire Railway walks. So definitely subscribe if you're new and come and help me out by supporting my channel. I've got lots of history to cover around the Midlands and the Black Country, where the Industrial Revolution ripped through the landscape many years ago. But see you soon, the Midlands Outdoors out.